Hey, welcome to the Daily Beard for November 13th, I believe, 2019. And my light just went out. There we go. Turn it back on. So, I was asked by my friend about my thoughts on Don Cherry. And so here are my thoughts on Don Cherry. I don't care about Don Cherry. And now if you're watching this from anywhere but Canada, you have no clue who Don Cherry is. But Don Cherry is a guy. He's 85 years old. He's been part of Canadian hockey forever. Straight up. He has a show called Coach's Corner, and he's rough and tumble, and he does that a lot, and like wears outlandish jackets, and like I've known about him since I was a kid. I don't care. Like I'm not a hockey guy. I'll start that off the bat. So I don't have any affiliation with him. I don't love him in any way. So I don't hate the man by any stretch, but I have nothing, like, I have no soft spot for Don Cherry. And he does these rants about people, and he just ranted about people not wearing poppies. Now, my buddy was talking about the fact that it could be seen several different ways, and I guess it could be. The easy way to see it is he was talking about the fact that people weren't wearing poppies. And especially in downtown Toronto. In Toronto, in small towns they wear poppies, but people in Toronto aren't wearing poppies. And then he basically said, I read it several times and listened to it. He said, "You people, you come here for this land of milk and honey, and you should respect the people that fought and died for that freedom." Now, I 100% agree with that. In the fact of everyone should respect the fact that a bunch of people fought and died so that we could have freedom. So, but it does seem like he was targeting immigrants or people that are newer to the country. Now, I guess there are probably some people who are newer to Canada because we're a land of, like, we welcome immigrants, and we welcome you to have, like, come be part of Canada, celebrate Canadianisms, but also, like, you can keep on to a lot of your own stuff too, as long as it doesn't conflict with what we have. Like, you can't, if you came from a country where you could knock someone in the head because they looked at you weird, you can't do that here. It's like, I am no country, like, it's just an example, but I don't know a country that like that in particular. But if there was a law that said if you chew gum in the country you get hit in the head, we can chew gum here. So if that was your thing, you can't do that here. And as long as you respect that, there's no problem. But in any respect, I'm sure there are some people who are new to Canada that don't understand the poppy thing. I'm sure there are, because they haven't experienced it. And so they probably are curious about why people are wearing poppies in November. And that's, like, it would be fine for people to explain it to someone if they don't know, if they'd asked, if they're like, "Oh, I don't understand, why are people wearing these little red flowers on them?" And but it's still their right whether they want to celebrate that or not. That's part of the whole rights thing. The whole rights thing, it's like if you want to embrace the fact that people have rights to do certain things, that means you also have to embrace the fact that people have rights to do certain things that you're not going to like, as long as it's not actually stopping you from doing certain things. And so Don Cherry got fired for his comments. I don't know. Like, because people talk a lot, like I've seen a bunch about our prime minister, who I did not vote for, in case you're like, before you're going to jump on any bandwagon. I'm not telling you who I voted for. That's my personal privilege, but I didn't vote for him. But he appeared in blackface several times and wearing an Indian Sikh type turban in the past, like, for fun. The stuff came out, and so people are saying, like, well, our prime minister can do this, but this guy can't say this on Hockey Night in Canada. Hockey Night in Canada is run by a company. The company can fire him for whatever reason they want if they choose. We can't fire the prime minister the same way. He got reelected after doing that. And it's like, just like, a guy got elected in the United States who had previously said some terrible things about doing things to people. And I said this to my buddy, and, like, they both did bad things. Do I think either one of them should be in power because of it? No, not really. But people voted. It's free democracy. That's life. But Don Cherry, should he have been fired? I don't know. But he hasn't backed down from what he said. I know that much. I watched a video where he said, "No, I'm fine with what I said, and I will say it again." So if he's targeting it at immigrants who may not know either or choose not to, then I don't know. If you're going to get fired over that and you're fine with being fired over that, then you're fine with being fired over that. That's the reality of it. But I don't really have any love for Don Cherry, so it doesn't really affect me either way. So, but I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Should he have been fired? Should not be fired? What he said was it bad? Was it good? You tell me. I personally, I think it targets someone who may not either know or chooses to not support that, but they have a right to do that, and that's part of the glorious country I live in. So, I don't know. It's all about freedom. And sometimes your freedom and somebody else's freedom are gonna come to blows, and you're gonna be angry about it. Anyways, you have a good day, and God bless.